Welcome back. I'm Jill with the Carefree Kitchen, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really easy 30-minute chili recipe. This homemade chili is thick and rich. It's loaded with beef and beans and a hearty, thick tomato sauce. And if you've got picky eaters like I do, stay tuned and I'm going to show you how to serve this that even the most picky eaters enjoy. Before we get started, be sure to follow me on social media and I will help you get easy, delicious, and healthy meals your whole family will love. Okay, to get started, we want to cook these onions in a little bit of avocado oil, and we want to cook them until they're a really rich, deep brown color. So we want to caramelize these onions. And the reason we want so many onions, this seems like a lot of onions, I know, but this will really give this chili a sweetness. A lot of chilies have added sugar into them, and I don't like to add sugar to my chili, so I use a lot of onions, which they're healthier for you, and it makes a really rich, sweet chili. So I want to show you the next step in caramelizing your onions. So as you can see, like, they're kind of sticking to the bottom of the pan here. So you're just going to get a little bit of water and deglaze the bottom of the pan so that nothing sticks. Turn it down just a little bit and let the sugars in here caramelize. So don't be afraid to add just a little bit of water to the bottom of the pan. Alright, so I've given my onions a couple more minutes and they are just about perfect. They're a nice golden color and there's some more bits on the bottom of the pan that I'm trying to scrape off here. And now I have a couple big tablespoons of garlic and I'm going to put that in and stir it for probably a couple more minutes, or put it in and let it cook for a couple more minutes until it becomes translucent also. And so into the onions and the garlic, I'm going to put 1.5 pounds of hamburger. And then I'm just going to chop this up. And if you want really small pieces of meat, one thing you can do is add a little bit of water to your hamburger. And then it will be much easier to break it up. And then just go ahead and cook this until it's about medium. You don't want it all the way brown, you want it just a little bit pink left, because it's going to have a few more minutes to finish cooking. Alright, the meat is almost done. And at this point you want to be sure to salt and pepper your beef, probably about 1 teaspoon of salt and maybe 1/2 teaspoon of pepper so that it has a lot of flavor on it. Stir that in. Okay, and now you're going to put in your canned things. So we're going to put in the green chilies and the crushed tomatoes. This is the tomato paste. And then the chili powder, cumin, and a little bit of cayenne. Just gonna put that in. Stir this up. It's already looking really good. And since this is such a low fat content on the hamburger, there's no need to drain any of the fat off of it. Even if you're up to 15% fat, I don't think there's any reason that you need to drain the fat off of that. But if you go up to 20, I don't know, your chili might be a little bit fatty if you don't get rid of some of that grease. Alright, and then the last thing is the beans. We have the black beans and the kidney beans, and I'm just going to put them in there with the juice. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and bring this up to a boil again and boil it for about 5 minutes and then it will be ready. Alright, here's my homemade chili and it took just about 30 minutes. I think the part that takes the longest is just caramelizing the onions, but I swear it's worth it. It makes such rich and thick chili and it's just loaded with tons of beef and tons of beans and it has so much flavor. Okay, so for the meal that we love, I have a couple really picky eaters. So we just put chili in a bowl and then put a big pile of cheese on it, Fritos, and we love the chili cheese Fritos. And then I put a scoop of sour cream and then maybe some salsa. If my kids like the salsa, you can put some olives on here, some shredded lettuce on here, and just mix that all up and it makes such a hearty and delicious homemade meal. Okay, and this chili is also really good for freezing. You can freeze it, put it in containers that are the perfect size for your family. I have 5 kids, so I will put like 1 scoop per person in there, and that makes about the right amount for our family to have this meal of jalopies. Jalopies is what we call it. Okay, and if you're wondering how to store it, I just get these little containers. You can use any kind of Tupperware container, but as you can see, this made 3 big containers, and I have a pretty big family, so I need quite a bit for my family. But I'll just put it in here, and right now it's pretty warm, so I'll let it get to room temperature, and then I will put the lid on it. And then you can just write on the side there, chili, and then the date, and then you can stack them in your freezer, and they're really easy. Just get them out, let them thaw in the fridge when you're ready to eat them, and then heat them up on the stove. When you reheat it, you can just add a little bit of water if it's too thick. Sometimes the beans absorb some of that liquid, so just water it down a little bit, or put a little bit of beef broth in it to thin it out if you need to. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Carefree Kitchen. Be sure to comment down below how you guys like to eat chili. Do you like it with a side of cornbread, with some scones, maybe a cinnamon roll, or jalopies, or I think some people call them Mexican haystacks. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on social media, on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. YouTube? Did I say them all? I don't even know. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This recipe can be made in 30 minutes, but it tastes like it's been cooking all day. The entire family will love this beef chili recipe.